A pair of bogus lawyers target inmates' families with promises of freedom. Troubleshooter Howard Ain shares the lessons from this scam.
The victims were desperate because they were trying to help their family members who were behind bars. The thieves, posing as lawyers, promised to help gain the release of those locked up. Instead, the family members were defrauded.
Neither one of these individuals have a college education, yet they would tell these victims that they were attorneys.
Wilson and Larry Zeka used fake names and pretended to be lawyers who could help the families of prison inmates. They claimed they could overturn or at least reduce the length of prison sentences.
They went so far as to say they worked the OJ Simpson case, they worked the Scott Peterson case. They were just very over the top and would be very persuasive.
Desperate families played right into their hands. When they did, the con men would ask for somewhere between $600 and $1,200 to simply look at the case.
At the height, he was receiving several hundred envelopes a week at his business location.
Then they would tell victims it was a good case and ask for more money.
Once they sent in that attorney retainer fee, he cut off all communication.
The men never did anything for the money they received.
He defrauded over 2,000 victims of over $2 million just in that 5-year period.
Postal inspectors started tracking this case after receiving complaints. They raided their homes and offices. After removing papers and computers, inspectors got full confessions and learned all about the operation.
They were preying on people that didn't have access to the computers, didn't have the knowledge of how to fully research things like that and to basically verify their background.
Authorities say both men were taking in the money and spending it all on personal items.
He was living the high life while these people could barely put food on their table. It was just disgusting.
Victims were devastated.
It was hard enough for them to watch their son or whomever go away to prison, and then they had this belief that they were getting out.
Inspectors say it's so important to do your homework before contracting with anyone offering their services.
If anybody had done any research with the Better Business Bureau, these guys had an absolute horrible ranking and tons of complaints with the Better Business Bureau.
Wilson was sentenced to 20 years in prison for his role in the scam and ordered to pay $20 million restitution. Larry Zeka also pleaded guilty and is awaiting sentencing. Howard Ain, Local 12 Troubleshooter.